Hey, everybody. Cindy Baker here, and good to be with you. Listen, if you are on here live, if you could say hi in the chat, that would be awesome. And if you're watching the replay, let me know that. Just say something like hashtag replay in the comments. So, welcome. Today, we're talking about the three biggest time wasters. And it looks like my monitor is not plugged in. Hang on just a second. There we go. All right. So hopefully you can see this. Let me see. Yeah. So hopefully you can see my slides. But we're talking about time wasters and how to fix them. Um, how to stop leaking time and start taking control of your day. Um, These are time wasters that keep entrepreneurs like me and other creative professionals, professionals with ADHD, just busy people with those type of symptoms, whether you have diagnosis or not, doesn't matter. But it keeps them stuck in this cycle of busyness. And they're not really making any real progress. So if you can relate to that, put that in the chat. Just say me. Put me in the chat. And looks like having trouble seeing the comments here. So um, if you're watching live, say hi. Don't just watch. Just say hi, so that I know who's here and if this is interesting to you. But you might think that you don't have enough time. Maybe you've said that. How many of you have said, I just don't have enough time? I don't have time for that, or I don't have time. I've heard people say when they're then invited to join my coaching program, they'll say, well, I don't have time. And I'm like, that's the whole point, you know, um, is to create more time, is to show you how to stop leaking time. And, with that too, that if you can learn this when you're in a busy season, then that's the best time to join coaching because I don't know about you, but we tend to get more done when we're under a deadline. And so, for instance, think about how much you get done the day before you go out of town, right? Why is that? Because you have a deadline. You can't do it after the next day because you'll be leaving town. So you hurry and try to get everything done. Well, it's the same thing. It's not the issue that you don't have time. It's how we choose to spend our time because we all have the same amount of time. I know that's irritating to some people when I say that because they're like, yeah, but other people have better circumstances. Well, everybody's got different circumstances. The truth is, you're probably leaking time, excuse me, on things that don't matter. And today we're going to fix that. So let's dive in. Um, the first major time waster is constant context switching. Every time you switch tasks, say, from email to a meeting to writing a proposal, your brain has to reset every time. And this reset costs time and energy. And it breaks your focus and it makes deep work, like concentration, nearly impossible. Multitasking is a myth. We're not really multitasking. We're not really doing more than one thing at one time. We may appear to be doing that. And maybe we even fool ourselves into thinking we're doing that, especially women like me. We think, oh, I'm great at multitasking. No, you're really switch tasking. And if you have ADHD like me, you probably get bored easily. And it's tempting to want to switch tasks all the time. But I have a better solution, and that is batch similar tasks, batching. I'm sure you've heard this. Now, it really works. It really works well for ADHD people um, because you can still kind of switch, but you're in the same topic or area. So For instance, group emails together. Don't just email, then meeting, then email, then this, and email, and that. Just group emails together. Only look at your email during certain designated times in the day. Meetings, schedule meetings back to back. That's not always possible, but whenever it is possible for me, that makes me a lot more efficient because I don't get a lot done in between meetings because I keep in the back of my mind, I keep thinking, oh, I got this meeting, so I only have this amount of time. But if you just got your meetings back to back, knock them out, that's better. Carve out time blocks for focused work. You can't just say, I'm gonna work on something that requires a lot of concentration, like writing or something like that. You can't just have that on a long to-do list and think about that you're going to do it in between things. You need to actually carve out a block of time, preferably when your energy is the highest. Not so much your physical energy, because you don't want to be like fidgety like me. You just want to have your mental energy and your mood up. But believe it or not, your brain loves rhythm and repetition. So use it to your advantage. Um, it doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be rigid. There can be a lot of flexibility in there, but as best as you can, try to cut down on context switching, constant context switching. Say that 3 times fast. All right. Next up, saying yes too often. This one's sneaky because you want to be helpful. You actually like doing the thing. You're supportive, you're responsive. But when your calendar is packed with other people's priorities, then you lose time for your own priorities. So before committing to anything, always pause. Just get into the habit. Always say something like, I need some time to think about it. Just get into, instead of this knee-jerk blurting it out impulsively, yes, then just get into the habit of having some sort of little phrase that you say that buys you some time. Like, I'd love to do that, but let me think about it, make sure my calendar's clear, something like that. Before committing to anything, pause. And you ask yourself, does this align with my goals? If it doesn't, you probably shouldn't say yes. Is it something only you can do? If not, maybe they need to ask somebody else. If the answer to those are no, then decline with kindness. Protect your time like it's your most valuable asset because it is. You have to protect it. Guess what? Nobody else will protect your time. Nobody. Nobody cares. You have to take care of it yourself. So pause before committing, making a commitment, and ask yourself, does this align with my goals? Is this something only I can do? And always get into the habit of saying, I need to think about it to buy you that pause. Now, number 3, time waster is poorly defined priorities. So without clear direction, it's easy to get caught in reacting, right? Putting out fires, answering emails, jumping from task to task. Start each day by identifying your top 3 must-do items. And I actually suggest to my coaching clients that they do that the night before. That they look at their to-do list, they pick their top 3 high-impact tasks, the ones that are going to really move the needle in their life or their business, and write them on an index card and set it on their desk. So first thing in the morning, that's what they see. Not a massive list, just 3. Now you can have a to-do list somewhere else, but you're focusing just on 3 things. And these things need to be high impact tasks. In other words, the outcome of doing these things will be great. This anchors your focus and it gives you like a compass to follow, even when things get chaotic. When your priorities are clear, then your time flows towards what matters. That is the key. We don't need more time. We just need to do what matters in the time that we do have. So set your top three tasks before the day starts. Don't just sit down and go, what am I going to do today? Oh my gosh, I got this huge list. And then you just grab for the low hanging fruit, right? The easy stuff. I better just check my email. And then before you know it, you're watching puppy videos for 30 minutes, you know? Don't do that, even though puppy videos are cute. Um, so those are the top three time wasters. Now, time is not something that you find. I hear people say, I just need to find the time. Time's not lost. You don't need to find it. Um, it's something you create. You create time by making intentional choices. So by focusing on what matters, that's how you create time. By protecting your mental energy. So start batching, start saying no, start planning your priorities. That's how you stop leaking time. And that's how you start using it to build the life and business that you actually want. Make intentional choices. Protect your time. Focus on what really moves the needle. All right. So I will leave you with that today. Again, if you are watching live and you haven't said hi, please say hi. I circle back around and read these comments. Now, I do want to invite you to my next free live masterclass, and I have a lot of other things coming up as well. Um, so I'll be putting some information underneath this video, and I want you to check that out. If you're not on my email list, shoot me a message, say you want to be added, because the email subscribers are the ones who get the scoop. I mean, they always know what's going on and they hear about it first. I always tell them first. So uh, anyway, I just did some amazing things for my email list this past week. So you don't want to miss out on that. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have an awesome week. And I'll see you next time. Bye.